Let's move on to Syria, because it's sort of been pushed away now that Iran has taken over the sort of bigger world stage picture at the moment. January actually marked the most amount of people killed in Syria in the entire conflict, 6,000 people. That brings the total up to 136,000 people.
Which is crazy.
Completely crazy. There's about 2 million people displaced in Syria already. And what I wanted to talk about was that, so John Kerry, who's our Secretary of State, obviously, he was quoted by Lindsey Graham, Senator Lindsey Graham, saying, bless you.
Thank you.
Saying, bless you, we are at a point now when we're going to have to change our strategy, talking about Syria. Then the State Department immediately backtracked on that and said that that's not true, that everything's okay now. Look, John Kerry was calling this guy Hitler. We almost went to war. Then they sort of said they were getting rid of the chemical weapons. It looks like maybe 5% are out. The killing is still going on. So I don't want to get into all the minutia of Syria, because it's a lot of stuff. But what this was making me think, can anyone trust anything that America is doing anymore?
Nope.
Like, can we trust that either Kerry is making the right decisions, or even that we even hear remotely anything close to the truth?
Well, wasn't it a kind of a he said, she said thing? There was what McCain...
It's what McCain and Lindsey Graham are saying.
Said they heard, versus a woman saying, no, I was in the room and this is what was said.
And she said that his words were also manipulated. So they took certain aspects of what he said and twisted it into what they wanted. Now,
and then they reported that.
Let me ask you one thing. What is the big deal with Kerry saying what we're doing isn't working? We've been working on stuff with Syria since, what, they were established as a nation, I think, in 1947. Since 1947, we've helped stage coups in their country. We've actually, WikiLeaks has shown that we've sent them money. We've sent money to their government propaganda TV news network. We've sent them money. We've sent them equipment. We've sent everybody, not Syria, the government, but we've sent the rebels basically money and equipment and everything to fight with their own country. We're still doing it. There's proof through WikiLeaks. So if Kerry was like, you know what, this has been going on for, I don't know, 60 years. Maybe we need to change our strategy. BFD. Who cares?
Right. Well, that's sort of my point. Is
bananas,
whether
fruit, and daiquiri.
And daiquiri.
Big freaking deal if somebody in America is finally going to actually admit that maybe we need to change strategy. Maybe we need to stop playing world police. Maybe we need to stop being involved in everything so much to try to control. I get that they're next to Israel. I get that they have interest in Russia. I understand that we're trying to protect ourselves through this, but maybe we need to just back off, and maybe we need to let people like John Kerry do what they're supposed to do, which is assess the situation and give their honest opinion.
And allow someone like John Kerry to either say, yes, we're on the right track, or no, we need to rethink where we're going.
So I'm on board what you're saying there, but to me it's like whether what John Kerry said behind closed doors was correctly quoted by Lindsey Graham, or whether it was incorrectly quoted by Lindsey Graham. I feel like we don't trust our politicians, and we don't trust our media, and we don't trust the State Department. So when I read this article, I was like, I don't believe any of this.
And
I think that's... trust them as long as they say what we want them to say.
Ah, yes, the great, that's the rub. Huh?
I feel like I don't trust them either way. I think I understand exactly what you're saying. I feel like I could imagine that certain Republicans would want to manipulate what John Kerry said in order to, especially to take down the position of Hillary Clinton too. So this isn't really just about John Kerry. This is about the Democrats and how they're handling foreign policy. This is about saying that John Kerry wasn't in the right place, that Hillary Clinton didn't do her job, because it always will come down to her and the fear of her winning the election in 2016. Then you have the media wanting to sensationalize a story, which is a small he said, she said, which should have been on page God knows what, but instead they're going to make it a big thing, because it's like the soap opera of government. We have like Lindsey Graham and like John McCain. And
Lindsey, are they sleeping together, Lindsey Graham and John McCain? Why are they always together?
Of the same opinion and kicking it together. They're very, I think they have the same opinion. You know, I was in Arizona for over 10 years, and John McCain's obviously very prevalent there, and he was a reasonable man, and I always really liked him, and I was probably going to vote for John McCain until he took Sarah Palin on as a running mate, and then lately it's just, I'm glad I didn't, because I don't know where this craziness is coming from.
And then he started dating Lindsey Graham, and then the whole thing went to shit. All right, so let's move away from the he said, she said, because I think we're kind of agreed we don't know what the truth is on that. So just a little bit about Syria. Have we just given them a green light to kill? But I was completely against going to war, but by not doing anything, and now maybe they're getting the chemical weapons out, and Russia's still arming Assad, and we're arming the rebels, and Iran's helping Assad, and it's like, have we just given them a license to just kill as many? 136,000 people. Is there anything that we...
But I don't think Syria is, I mean, I think because of our 24-hour news situation now. We're more aware of it, but I don't think Syria is something new. I think that things like this have been going on for a very, very, very long time.
Right, but is there anything we can do with this? Like, do they know that we're not going to do? They know we're not going to do anything. So then it just emboldens
We're talking
them,
out both sides of our mouth. Instead, we're saying, well, we support this government. Actually, we haven't. We've actually asked. There's a prime minister over there, right? We've asked him to step down. I think Obama officially has asked him to
President
step.
Assad.
They have a president
Yeah,
Assad. I always forget it's a prime minister or president there. So we've asked the president there out loud to step down, and then kind of like passive aggressively funded things behind their back, funded basically, the stuff for the rebels in order to rise up, funded anti-government propaganda over there. So I think my whole point in this in the end is, if we are going to be doing stuff like that, I understand we can't tell everyone what we're doing. We have to kind of lie about military operations when we get in trouble. But why can't somebody who's in position in our government say we've been making mistakes and maybe we should try something new? Because as you said, we've been doing the same thing for this isn't anything new. It's been going on for years and years, and similar things are happening with other countries.
Other countries and has forever.
Yeah.